Hi and welcome to Birds with Bottle.
We've got a thing about wine.
And we want you to have a thing about wine too.
And this week we're looking at wines for a party.
Yeah, because we're coming into party season now, and I don't know about you, but I don't really enjoy hosting a big do because I'm always rushing around trying to make sure everyone else is happy.
But that's because, like most of us, Sandra tries to do everything for herself.
Yeah.
And the answer is to delegate. That is the way forward.
Yeah, so you can certainly delegate your wines to us. So if you've got a party planned, we've got your wines sorted. So that's one thing off your list.
So, our first party wine is the Waitrose in partnership non-vintage carver. This is $8.99.
And a little trouble.
It's oh, not so cool.
Oh, now that's such a good noise to have at a party, isn't it?
It is, and there's that waft. Just as you do it, there's a gorgeous party sort of waft.
Now the trouble with fizz, which you always need for a good party, is it creates a task of opening it, and I'm usually stuck with the job.
Yes, so the answer is nab the first bloke through the door and say in your best and most coquettish voice, "Would you mind being in charge?"
But don't ask some joker who thinks it's really clever to shake up all the bottles and then let the corks ricochet off your collection of Limoges frogs or something. That wouldn't be good, would it?
No. Oh, that's the most fantastic smell, isn't it? Really, really inviting.
It really makes you want to jump into that glass and have a taste of
Partay.
And partay. And let's face it, everybody loves a fizz to start off with, don't they?
Yeah.
And spending $8.99 is a reasonable amount of money, isn't it?
It is. I mean, if you're having a massive party, then $8.99 is going to be, maybe a bit, but 20 people, 30 people.
And there aren't too many that we'd really recommend, especially to start the evening, at much below that, are there?
What this really isn't is sharp.
And so many carvers are.
Yeah, it's rounded, it's easy, isn't it? It's really gentle.
Yeah, quite citrusy, very, very bright, and that's what you want to start the evening, something really bright to capture everybody's, sort of get them going.
Yeah.
Get them going.
And this would.
And it would.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous.
Perfect.
And if you're going to be organised about the wine, you absolutely must buy early, mustn't you?
Now, of course, we're saying this is $8.99, but lots of the supermarkets, Waitrose included, usually have a week where they reduce by 25% everything if you buy 6.
Yeah, and if you're having a party, you're going to be multi-buying.
Yeah.
And if you're multi-buying, you're laughing.
Yeah. Right, for our next party wine, we have the Taste the Difference Macon Village 2012, which is available from Sainsbury's at $6.99.
And this is a perfect party wine. It's a please all, it's a fabulous price, and it has a screw cap.
Yeah,
Less
so
work.
really easy. Yeah. Now, we've been recommending this for years, haven't we? It's consistently good, which is what you want if you haven't tasted it for a while and you think, is this going to be reliable for my party?
Yeah, it is. So it's an unoaked Chardonnay, and immediately get this lovely lemony smell. And anyone who thinks they don't like Chardonnay, just don't tell them, because it doesn't say on the label.
And because it's unoaked, it's going to be beautiful, isn't it? Just on its own, as people arrive early in the evening. They don't have to be eating to be drinking this wine.
It's just perfect. There's nothing for anyone to hate, is there?
No, it's sort of aptly.
It's a dry white wine that you couldn't dislike.
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
not
what
too
you need.
acidic. So it's again like the carver. It's not sharp, is it?
Not at all. No.
Just really pleasing in the glass and in your mouth.
It's rounded, but it's bright enough. It's ideal.
Yeah, and obviously this comes from Burgundy.
Yeah.
And it's lovely. Now, are there any other ways that I can delegate, or we can delegate?
Oh, hell yes! God. I mean, how often do people say, is there anything I can bring?
Well, all the time, my God, all the time.
And what do you think Sandra says?
No, of course not. I can do it all myself.
Yes, exactly. So, make a list.
Now, if it was Mel, it'd be a spreadsheet.
Make a spreadsheet of all the things that need to be done, and then you can allot tasks as people offer.
Yeah, but actually you have to make sure that if you're doing food tasks, it needs to be someone who loves cooking. Because the last thing you want is a shop-bought production line dessert from somebody who can't manage in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Or one of those like vacuum-packed value cheddars. That's not going to really be a star of your party,
absolutely.
is it?
So it's worth knowing who your culinary chums are, and for the others, they can bring nuts. So our next party wine is Les Pierre Bourd Marsan Viognier 2012, which is £5.75. I said £5.75 at the Wine Society.
Now this is from the Languedoc. It's a Paydoc, which is an IGP wine. And yeah, what good value. What good value.
Stonking value.
Oh, not swelling.
Very
very well.
perfumed. So quite different from the Macon,
Yeah.
isn't it? Really, it's quite in your face.
But you'd expect these grapes to be quite aromatic.
Yeah.
And it should make it quite good food wine, shouldn't it?
Very different from the last one. Very aromatic. It's very perfumed. It's an attractive wine.
It has a beautiful mouthfeel to it, doesn't it? Absolutely sort of silky in your mouth.
Yeah.
Sort of a slightly apricot-y, fresh.
Yeah, I think you need to serve this alongside, say, something like the Macon, or maybe a Sauvignon, because it's a very different style.
Yeah,
it's quite full-on perfume, isn't it?
Really good flavour. And the good thing about both these wines is they're only 12.5% alcohol. And when people are there for the whole evening, you don't want to throw something too heavy at them, do you?
No.
Now, talking of a food wine, stupidly, I always end up at the cooker during a party.
She does.
Yeah, because what I do is I seem to choose something that needs loads of last-minute attention. I don't know why I do that.
I know, and this is a real issue, and something that you can circumvent with sensible recipe planning, okay? Do not allow yourself to make anything that needs anything more than a tiny sprinkle of coriander during the party.
Yeah, because otherwise what you end up doing is what I do is, so you're either tucked away in your kitchen and nobody sees you, or like my last kitchen, it was open plan. So suddenly I'm juggling adding 30 grams of something crucial to one dish while I'm checking the grill for something that's about to burn with another, while somebody's telling me a really interesting story, and
it's all too stressful, and that is what we're trying to stop. Plan ahead.
For our last party wine, we have this red, which is the Simply Garnacha 2012, available from Tesco's at £4.59. We're getting cheaper.
£4.59.
Brilliant, eh?
Fabulous for a party.
Oh!
Well, it smells very nice. Spicy, isn't it?
Yeah, really spicy nose.
Yeah.
Fresh and spicy nose.
Really nice. £4.59.
That is such easy drinking, isn't it?
That's delicious. It's spicy.
Yeah.
Now it's 13.5%, so not too ridiculously, but it does feel warm, doesn't it?
Yeah. But it's smooth in your mouth. There's some lovely red fruit. It's just, it's a real quaffer, isn't it?
It is. There's no oak. It's bright and fruity and spicy.
Just fits the bill perfectly. Now, I think that when you're looking at the prices of wines, you can always go a little bit cheaper on red than you can on
Yes,
white, can't
absolutely.
Because white, very cheap, tends to be quite acidic and a bit unpleasant in your mouth.
Yeah.
But red, you can somehow get away with it a bit better, can't you? And this one, just great. So, Mel,
Yes,
we've got the food sorted,
we have.
we've got the wine sorted.
Personnel. Okay, you need to get your partner on board and on task.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm thinking of a winter party we had when my husband was making the patio part of the party area. We now call it the huge erection that he built.
Yeah.
And still on the day, he's, shall I say, fine-tuning it?
Yes, exactly. Now, if he or she, but it's more likely to be he, I have to say, decides on the day of the party that what you need is 5-speaker surround sound. Nah. If you're going to have any big plans like that, any massive erections, you need to do them the weekend before. You do not want the toolkit still out at 5 to 8 on party day.
No. So if your party's starting at 8, say, you finish prep by 6:30.
Get it on the list.
Allowing times for, a bit of time for contingencies and things to go
There are always
wrong.
contingencies, yeah.
And then, I think mandatory, long bath, long soak, glass of that cava we started with.
Exactly. Mind you, this time, you'll probably have to open the bottle yourself, won't you?
Yeah. Well, have a good party and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.